Let go. Wills boils with rage as Meg tried to hold his hand behind Huz's back during the historic joint stroll among William and Kate and Meghan and Harry took place after prolonged negotiations that made Sussex's arrival 45 minutes behind schedule, a supply council today. Royal re-assets declare that Prince William attempted to bury the hatchet through extending an olive branch to his youthful brother, Prince Harry, asking him to take him on a stroll out of doors Windsor Castle after a phone call. Together along with his father Charles III. In a scene that truly enthralled royal fans who had accumulated through the loads on the gates of the Windsor property to mourn the Queen's death, William and Harry walked out aspect through aspect with better halves Kate and Meghan. The couples took a 40-minute stroll and inspected the ocean of flower displays located out of doors the gates of the royal property in honor of the liked monarch. A spokesman for Kensington Palace stated final nighttime that the Prince of Wales had invited the Sussexes to enroll in him and the Princess of Wales in final nighttime's walkabout. However, in step with the times, the camps needed to be negotiated at period in advance, delaying their arrival through 45 minutes. A palace supply stated, the Prince of Wales invited the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to enroll in him and the Princess of Wales earlier. The Prince of Wales concept it became a critical display of cohesion for the Queen at an extremely hard time for the family. Experts expect the incident may want to mark a turning factor inside the fractured relationship among the newly titled Welsh and the Sussexes, who have been at odds following a sequence of unfavorable interviews from Harry and Meghan. The Montecito-based Sussexes had been consequently on a faux royal excursion of Britain, whilst the Queen's health unexpectedly deteriorated on Thursday. It is assumed the Sussexes had in no way deliberate to satisfy the Welsh, in spite of having stayed at Frogmore Cottage, simply 700 yards from William and Kate's Adelaide cottage. But both William and Harry raced to Balmoral on Thursday after it have become clean that the Queen's fitness became faltering. Sussex pal and favourite journalist Ahmed Scobie later claimed on Twitter that the invitation became made at 11 o'clock. He has hinted that William is inclined to provide Harry an olive branch among them, stating, "It is absolutely an critical second in the history of the connection among the two brothers." Yesterday's wonder look is assumed to be the primary time the two couples had been collectively in public considering Commonwealth Day on March 9, 2020. And it's far the primary time William and Harry had been visible collectively in public considering they met for the outlet of the monument in honor in their mother Princess Diana. Harry and Meghan, who sensationally left the frontline carrier to begin her very own enterprise in California years in the past, after which made a sequence of explosive allegations in opposition to the firm, held fingers as they watched the honors, with Harry as soon as lovingly putting his hand on Meghan's again. They had been visible pointing and discussing numerous prizes as contributors of the gang waved at them. At a few factor, William obtained a small Paddington bear toy, which he handed directly to an assistant. He became visible gently touching Kate's again in a poignant second. At one factor Kate crouched down and began out speaking to a baby who had began out crying. The child stopped crying whilst Kate approached her. A benefactor stated Kate bonded whilst she advised the youngsters that her youngest son Louis, who stole the nation's hearts all through the platinum anniversary celebrations, comforted her through saying, "At least Grandma is with the great-grandfather now." In snapshots from their stroll, Prince Harry pointed out his emotions at Windsor Castle considering his grandmother's death. "Now it is a lonely area up there without her," he advised benefactors, adding each room she became in, "We felt her presence everywhere." Another actual fan who spoke to Harry and Meghan advised Mail in Line, "It's desirable to look them each collectively. Maybe they could get again into a very good dating." A fine ripple went via the gang as they approached. Hopefully, the recuperation among Harry and his brother can now begin. "I am so pleased to have visible them each collectively. It's beautiful. Another added, he may want to construct bridges. It can be the Queen's wish. And one girl, who hugged Meghan at the stroll, stated she became satisfied to look Wales and Sussex collective.